Hi, my name is Chris Westhuizen, and today I want to talk to you about peace and how making decisions through peace is the best way to make decisions. Lindy and I had relocated to a new city, and we wanted to know what the best area was where we should go and live. And we had visited friends of ours on the way to this new area, and we asked them if they knew anyone there who could give us some advice. This gentleman referred us to a friend of his who had a trucking business. And so off we went to go visit this man. And when we arrived there, we had this intention of him telling us which suburb is the best suburb. And we got there, and this elderly gentleman gave us the best advice that we could ever ask for. You see, our intention were what property market is better, which sites are safe, how do we stay away from crime, how do we ensure that our property price keeps appreciating. And when we got there, this gentleman told us none of that. In fact, he gave us an answer that was so abstract that it took us a long time to process what he was saying. And he told us that we need to go wherever we find peace. And you know, it has stuck with me since he told us this. And it changed the way that I make all my decisions. In fact, I do not make a single decision today if I don't have peace. You know why? Because peace is one of the fruit of the Holy Spirit. And if we don't have peace about making a decision, it's because the Holy Spirit is removing his peace from us in order for us to recognize that we are making a decision or about to make a decision where he cannot be found, and a decision that he is not a part of. And so the result has been that Lindy and I have made thousands of decisions in about the last 4 years just because we look to find peace. And so we have learned to make every single decision, even something as small as going shopping and what item to buy. I always censor myself, do I have peace? And so I want to ask you the question, if you are not making these decisions based on peace, what are you making these decisions based on? I can give you a few ideas because here's the thoughts and the ways in which I made these decisions. I would make decisions based on, do I have the money in my bank balance? Well, if you make your decisions based on whether you have the money or not, you are being controlled by the spirit of mammon. And I've written about that in my book, and there's even a prayer that goes along with it to deal with the spirit of mammon. Let me explain it to you. So you can be the richest person in the entire world. You can have millions in your bank account. If the Holy Spirit does not tell you to replace your car, for whatever reason, you are not allowed to replace your car. If you don't even have enough money to purchase an item, and the Holy Spirit tells you to purchase the item, your question should not be, oh, well, I guess I can't do this. The question should be, how do you want me to do this, Lord? And so can you see the way in which we process decisions? And can you see how our thoughts are not aligned with Yahweh's thoughts? He says, my ways are not your ways. And so if his ways are not my ways, how do I discover what his ways are? And how can I align myself with his ways and make his ways my ways? Well, simple, peace. Because when we have peace about something, whether it makes sense up here or not, or whether it makes sense in the heart or not, is irrelevant. What's relevant is he telling you to make that decision? And guess what? The enemy cannot fabricate peace. He cannot get you to make a decision based on peace because he can't give it to you, because demons will 99% of the time rush you, force you, put pressure on you in order to force you to make a decision. I say 99 and not 100 because there are going to be some examples that I'm not going to cover here. But the most common way in which the enemy gets us to make decisions is he puts pressure on us and he pushes us. He harasses us. He bothers us. He screams at us. He shouts at us. He wants us to make that decision now. Now. You can't wait. It's got to be now. And then you got to know you're dealing with a demon, because the Holy Spirit will not put that pressure on you. So, how are you making your decisions? So in conclusion, are you making decisions based on the Holy Spirit? Or have you been caught up with hype and excitement and glamour and this sense of belonging that you probably should not? Or have you been convinced to play it safe so that you would not be a threat to the enemy? Whatever your reason, what is the agenda behind the voice that is trying to keep you away from peace? The peace that the Holy Spirit wants you to live in. If you appreciated this video, if this video has spoken to you, would you take the time to share it and like and subscribe? Thank you for watching.